Shalom, Koholo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash, the honors of the Dr. Jeremiah, so I have true from via the internet. Shalom to the brothers that's out there prophesying, making the body living sacrifice with the elect, 944,000 men, along with the men, women, and children that are part of the 1/3 that will make it be delivered out of Babylon the Great before the nuclear destruction, War 3. And, as you know, Israeli Iran attacking the Israelis says the Israeli military chief says that Israel will respond to Iran's weekend missile attack. So they're going to begin there World War III, the Third War, spoken of right now, Revelation 11 and 14. So behold, the first was bad. Let me get it. Hold on. Revelation 11, verse 14. It says, "The second war is past, and behold, the third war cometh quickly." And we've seen the third war coming quickly. As here in Matthew 24, said wars and rumors of wars. We've seen wars and rumors, but now it's being said rumors is straight up action. Because the Lord's kicking into third gear. Ever since the solar eclipse, people been bugging out. Lord, it's been, this left hand spirit's been going at it. Man. The people bugging out, killing themselves, doing whatever. Who knows? It might have to do with, CERN or with maybe the Jews they took. And that solar eclipse is final. They at least be doing rituals in these times. But soon as gonna be revealed. But we know all these are signs of time that these things are coming. And Israel, is gonna drag Babylon, the Great, which in America, the whore, into this third world war. And the EU, the 10 horns, the EU and NATO, they don't want anything to do with this war. But in the scriptures it says, as allies, the beast shall hate the whore. The allies are gonna turn on America. They're gonna aid in destruction in destruction of Babylon the Great. Its own allies are gonna fall against them. Let's get Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50 and 45. It says, "Therefore the counsel of Yahweh, of the Lord Yahweh, ye have taken against Babylon, and his purpose that ye had proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flocks shall draw them out, which is Amalek." Tribe of Esau, Edom. We get that Genesis 36. When it talks about the line of Esau, Edom, Mount Seir. He says, "Surely you shall make the habitation desolate with them." So Lord, get rid put the spirit in these devils, to kick off this third world war. And using Israel, that stole land of 1948ers, it took. The small hats, whatever you want to call them, them that say they are Jays but are not, about the same guy was saying. Because jig is out, people know what the Israelites, the Negroes, Latino, Native American, all the Israelites. The people doing land and the whole land right now are imposters. And the Lord's gonna use Amalek, to bring the rest of the heathen to Joel 3 and 2. ultimately the nuclear missiles. Let's get Joel 3 and 2 first. Joel 3 and 2 said, I will also gather the nation, I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which means Yahweh judgment, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom have scattered among the nations part of my ways. So the Lord's gonna complete with nation. It doesn't mean talk. You know, the Lord's gonna destroy anything. He's gonna gather them in the Middle East by the decision, where you go down to verse 16. Verse 16. Verse 12 says that the heathen be awakened and come up the valley of Jehoshaphat, and there shall sit the judge of their heathen, and that sit to judge the heathen round about. So the Lord's dragging them into this to World War III. And people here, they're gonna get drafted whether you like it or not. Because they need bodies. You don't care if you're good at fighting or not. They just need a body. And you're gonna be crash them. And even if you don't get dragged, you're gonna be burned here in Babylon the Great when nuclear missiles start flying. For that the Lord's not gonna plead and talk. We get 66 and 16. Isaiah 66 verse 16. It said, for by fire and by sword with the Lord Yahweh by him shall plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh by him shall the Lord shall be many. So the Lord's going to plead with the sword. Let me see. It says judge, govern, vindicate, punish the act of law, given judge. So the Lord's coming to execute judgment. To vindicate who? Children of Israel. To take vengeance. It's a condemning a punishment. Advert final, it says for final judgment. And it's gonna be final. Okay, I'm getting second verse 13 and 5, it's not 5. So, and after I beheld and lo, and there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. The man that came out of the sea, talking about Yahushua. And these nations are gonna try to fight him. He's gathering all the nations. He's basically talking about for lack of a better term, UFO alien invasion, or quote unquote, but it's angels and chariots. It pertains to Ezekiel, the first chapter. It says it came out of the sea, meaning it came through the atmosphere. Just through the atmosphere. Because when you go in Genesis 1, there's two waters. He said the Lord separated the waters with the firmament, which is the ozone layer, or the Van Allen belt. There's an inner belt and an outer belt. And you gotta get through those to the inner belt, inner outer belt. You get hit with radiation to get through the heavens, which is to get to space basically. And the Lord separated the waters above and the waters below with the firmament. It says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. It's talking about chariot. The chariot compared to a mountain, how huge it's gonna be. It says, but I would have, seen the region of the place where the hell was graven. It was not. So he came to the end of it. Let's jump down. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all which I would gather together and subdue him was so afraid, yet through his fight, the Lord's gonna put the spirit on them to fight. They're gonna be afraid to fight, but the Lord's gonna put the spirit on them to fight. For prophecy, he said, and lo, I just saw the violence of multitude that came, and he neither lifted up his hand, nor he held sword, nor instrument of war, but only I saw that it sent out of his mouth to the chariots, the opening to the chariots, as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and a great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which had prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon the sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust, smell of smoke. And I saw this, and I was afraid. So Ezra was afraid when he saw this vision. You know, so Lord, hey, them chariots gonna be shooting laser beams at these people. They're blasting into oblivion. You know, hey, if you're in Babylon the Great, hey, you gotta see them chariots blasting people. Well, hey, the end all be all Babylon the Great. This is America. There's some nuclear missiles getting Malachi 4:1. There's a Second Peter 3:10. As they come in, it shall burn like an oven. You know, the element shall melt with fervent heat. Second Peter 3:10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the element shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also, the works therein, shall be burnt up. So all these things, all these carnal things, all these folly, fornication, this land, this whole place, this element, the ground, roof trees, all this is gonna be burnt up. You know, in the judgment of the Lord. Hey, but before these things happen, the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16, it gotta take place. You know, as soon as you see the MOTB, it's time to pick up, and they're already on the way to MOTB. It's already here. They just need an event system to quickly implement it. Hey, but the Lord's pushing his devil's hand to hurry up. You know, but hey, we seeing these things, we know that hey, salvation is not in hand. So I hope this edifying. Shalom.